Welcome to Social Science class. Today we discuss Social Science 2, Chapter 1, The Sun, the Ultimate Source. Here depicted two maps showing the atmospheric temperature of a few cities in India. Is the temperature same in different places on the same day? Here one map showing India temperature 1st December 2015. Depicted here different cities temperature not same, varied in different places. Here Jammu Kashmir 18 degree, here middle Madhya Pradesh 23 degree, 32 degree in Thiruvananthapuram, 33 degree in Chennai, and 29 degree in Kolkata. More varied. What is the reason? Another map showing here the atmospheric temperature June 1st 2015. Here 25 degree Jammu Kashmir, another Himachal Pradesh state 37 degree cities, another Bhopal 36 degrees Celsius, Thiruvananthapuram 33 degree, another Bangalore 32 degree, Chennai 34 and 32 degree in Kolkata. Is the temperature experienced at a particular place the same in all season? Different season, December, December winter season and June summer season. ഈ രണ്ട് സ്ഥലങ്ങളിലും ഓരോ ടൈമിലും ഡിസംബർ വിൻ്റർ സീസണിൽ നോർത്ത് ഏരിയ ലെസ് ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ, സൗത്ത് ഹൈ ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ, ആൻഡ് ഇൻ സമ്മർ നോർത്ത് അതിൽ ഇൻക്രീസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്, ആൻഡ് സൗത്ത് എവറേജ് സെയിം ടൈപ്പ് ഓഫ് ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ. You might have understood that the temperature varies in accordance with the place and time. Temperature varied different in accordance with the place and time. What are the consequences and causes of the varied distribution of temperature? അതിൻ്റെ കാരണങ്ങളും causes and consequence of the distribution of temperature, atmospheric temperature. The sun is the sole source of energy of the earth. Sun ആണ് മെയിൻലി ഒരേ ഒരു എർത്തിലെ sole source of energy for earth. Solar energy reaches earth in the form of short waves. This is called insolation. Solar energy, distance between sun and earth about 150 million kilometer distance. Solar energy reaches in the form of short wave. This is called insolation. And the earth surface facing the earth surface facing the sun get heated by this flow of energy. Earth temperature increase in the sun ennulla sun rays vadi, and which begins the sun rises and last till sunset, which start sunrises and last till sunset. The heat is then transferred to the atmosphere from the surface of the earth through various process. What are the process of heat transfer in the atmosphere? Different process of heat transfer in the atmosphere. Here depicted picture the different process. First one conduction, next convection, advection and terrestrial radiation. Heat is transferred to that part of the atmosphere close to the hot surface of the earth. Next temperature atmosphere like heat is transferred to that part of the atmosphere close to the hot surface of the earth. Conduction. Another next one is convection. Like this, here arrow mark like this, the heat air expand and rises. Expand ചെയ്ത് വികസിച്ച് മുകളിലേക്ക് പോകുന്നു. And advection, horizontal transfer of heat by wind. Windന്റെ സഹായത്തോടെ wind movement, air temperature variation ആണ് main reason. Horizontal transfer of heat by wind, advection. And terrestrial radiation, heat is transferred from the surface of the earth to the outer space in the form of long wave. Earth heat transfer from the surface of the earth to the outer space, ബഹിരാകാശത്തേക്ക്, outer space, in the form of long waves is called terrestrial radiation. Conduction, convection and advection are confined to the near atmosphere of the earth. Earthന്റെ near ആയിട്ട് temperature increase ചെയ്യുന്നു. The re-radiation of energy from the surface of the earth back to the outer space in the form of long waves is called terrestrial radiation. Long wave outer spaceലേക്ക് പോകുന്നത് in the form of long wave is called terrestrial radiation. The atmosphere absorbs the terrestrial radiation. Atmosphere absorbs the terrestrial radiation. The different four process: heat transfer in the atmosphere, conduction, convection, advection and terrestrial radiation. You had studied in earlier classes, previous classes, that some gases, different gases present in the atmosphere can absorb terrestrial. What are the gases? You know, heard about greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide, methane, like that type of gases absorb terrestrial radiation. You might have understood that the atmosphere is heated mainly by terrestrial radiation. Atmosphere, you understood that the atmosphere is heated mainly by terrestrial radiation. What is the difference between insolation and terrestrial radiation? You know, insolation, solar energy reaches in the earth form of short waves. This is termed as insolation. And terrestrial radiation, the re-radiation of energy from the surface of the earth back to the outer space in the form of long waves is called terrestrial radiation. Insolation, short wave radiation, and terrestrial radiation, long wave radiation. Next, heat budget. You heard about budget. The term budget implies the balance between income and expenditure in economics. In a balance between നമ്മുടെ വരുമാനവും ചെലവുമായിട്ടുള്ള ബാലൻസ് ഒക്കെ കണക്കാക്കുന്നതിനാണ് budget. And similarly, the balance between insolation and terrestrial radiation is called heat budget. Insolation and terrestrial radiation. Look at the picture. Here picture sun, earth area. It is considered total amount of insolation. Earth and sun and earthilekku varuna energy, short wave energy, radiation. Insolation reaches the outer space of the earth atmosphere as 100 units. In 100 unit insolation, 35% atmosphere reflects. പകുതിക്ക് അറ്റ്മോസ്ഫിയറിന് റിഫ്ലക്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നു. ആൻഡ് 14% absorbed by clouds and dust particles. Clouds and dust particle, atmosphere clouds and dust particle absorbed 14%. അപ്പോൾ 49% balance 51% absorbed by Earth's surface. 51% absorbed by Earth's surface. After that, terrestrial radiation goes back to 17%, goes back to the outer space. 17% goes back to outer space, and balance 34% absorb clouds and dust particles. Now you understood that the entire energy reaching the Earth's surface is returned to the outer space through various means. Through this heat balancing process termed as heat budget, the surface temperature of the Earth is kept balanced. Earthന്റെ ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ ബാലൻസ് ആയിട്ട്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കൂടുതലായിട്ട് ഇൻക്രീസ് കൂടുതലായി ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ കൂടും, അതേപോലെ തന്നെ തീരെ കുറഞ്ഞു പോകുന്ന അവസ്ഥ വരും. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു ബാലൻസ് ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ നിലനിർത്തുന്നതാണ് ഹീറ്റ് budget. Temperature. Next is temperature. The Earth's surface as well as its near atmosphere is heated by insolation. And temperature is the degree hotness of the atmosphere. It is the form of weather condition. It is from weather condition at 2 p.m. that the meteorologists measure the maximum temperature. About news, in maximum and minimum, highest temperature or low temperature, maximum and minimum temperature. Which time calculate maximum temperature? The meteorologists measure the maximum temperature at 2 p.m. and minimum temperature is taken just before the sunrise. Which instrument used to measure the temperature? Thermometer. Which instrument used to measure the temperature? The weather information showing the terms maximum and minimum. The terms maximum and minimum temperature are usages quite familiar. The difference between maximum and minimum temperature of a day is called a diurnal range of temperature. Diurnal, how to calculate diurnal range of temperature? Maximum temperature of the day minus minimum temperature of the day. Maximum temperature here, Kochi in Kerala map, Kochi maximum temperature is 32 degrees Celsius, minimum temperature is 26 degrees Celsius. How to calculate diurnal range of temperature? Maximum 32 minus 26 degree Celsius equal to 6 degrees Celsius. The average temperature of a day termed daily mean temperature. It can be calculated. Daily mean temperature equal to maximum temperature plus minimum temperature of the day by 2. Maximum temperature, here Thiruvananthapuram given, here Thiruvananthapuram maximum temperature 33 and minimum temperature 28 degrees Celsius. Daily mean temperature calculated, maximum plus minimum by 2. Okay, thank you.